Hi guys! So the bit I wish they'd done differently was the whole poor-rich divide. So Louisa's family are very poor. Her dad is made redundant in the beginning. It's just her and her sister that are bringing in the money at the beginning. The point is they live in a very, very poor household. You know, they have her mum who has to stay at home as a full-time carer for her granddad. They've got like, what, 6 people in the family on 2 minimum wage wages. Because I loved that as a theme of the book, because you have the absolute poverty of her family in contrast to the richness and the dollar lifestyle of the trainers, which I thought was a really good comparison, because although Louisa is free physically, she's ableist, she's able to do what she wants, she is constricted by money and having to stay at home with her parents, you know, to help, you know, to be the breadwinner. She has to be the breadwinner. She can't go off and have her own life because she has to look after them, which is a really good contrast to Will, who is physically trapped, but has money. He has money freedom. He has the freedom to do whatever he wants, all that kind of stuff, because he has the money to be able to do that. So I just thought it was a really good poor, rich, trapped, freedom theme of the book, which they didn't have in the film, because if you look at the Clark's house, it's a bloody nice house. They have a massive dining table, they have a really nice kitchen, her room is ridiculously cool, which would have cost a lot of money. So yes, I get they had to make it pretty for the film, but you lost a lot of the themes of the book there, and I think it would have been really nice to actually show what a poor person's house looks like, because it just annoys me in films and TV shows when the character is poor and they don't have a lot of money, but the house looks amazing because they've made it look amazing because their budget for the film is, you know, millions or whatever. And I'm like, it's not fair that you portray this as that's how poor people live, because it's not. In Louisa's room in the book, she has a bed, she has her shelves, she has a wardrobe full of her stuff. That's it. She doesn't have all these nice decorations and fairy lights and all these different kind of things. She doesn't have that. What I also wish they could have done differently is had more of a discussion of the euthanasia at the end. So obviously Louisa gets off the plane, she's heartbroken that Will said, it doesn't matter, you know, you've not changed my mind. She goes home, she has a little talk with her dad, but then she gets straight back on the plane. It felt very, very quick, whereas they also had the little scene of her mum in the kitchen, which I was like, yes, thank you for putting that in. In the book, it happens a lot slower. And I thought, oh, they missed a trick with this really, because I thought it would have been really nice to have the whole, Louisa doesn't want to do it. She has a conversation with someone, she says why she doesn't want to do it. She hears someone else's point of view of why she should go and be with Will. And you can see her as the character change her mind and realise that she should go with Will, because that's what he wants. And they could have had a lot more of a discussion of the ethics of it. Is it a good thing to do? Is it a bad thing to do? Is it murder? Should she go with him and seem to be helping him? You know, all these different kind of things. They could have had a lot more discussion over it. Because it was just under 2 hours, they could have easily added in those 10 minutes of her umming and ahhing of why to go, and putting forward the views for why it's a good thing, why it's a bad thing, why she should go, why she shouldn't go, and have the character realise it towards the end. Then people watching it could have seen both sides and made up their own mind for it, and seen how Louisa made up her mind. So now section 4, the controversy over the film. So from what I've read online, I wasn't aware of any controversy for the book, but from what I've read online there was. I just wasn't aware of it. Controversy for the film is that people are saying that the film says that, you know, disabled life isn't a great life, the only choice for the character is to kill himself. You know, the people are saying that the film says that it's better to die than to live as a cripple, which I don't know if that's what the film is saying, but that's because I've read the book. So, I mean, yes, I am ableist. If you want to say that I don't know what it feels like, I don't. That's completely fair. What I will say to people who have a problem with the film is I would say read the book. And the way I see the film, they don't say that it's better to die than to live as a cripple. What they say is it's better for Will Traynor to die than to live as a cripple. That is the difference between everything. Because in the book, which they don't go into a lot in the film, is the fact that she goes on these websites, she goes on forums of people who are quadriplegics or paraplegics, talking about how they've had to adapt to life and it is hard and all that kind of stuff, but they've still been able to have a good life, and they're saying that they don't think people should go to Dignitas, that they can do a lot with life, and that it's not a whole, oh, it's rubbish, you should die kind of thing. That's not what the book is saying at all. And one of the big themes of the book is Will's choice. Constantly in dribs and drabs throughout the book. You have it a little bit in the film, but not as much. So Louisa mends all the photo frames, and he's like, well, you think I did it by accident? I didn't. I did it on purpose. I wanted to do that. When she takes him to the horse racing, she didn't ask him if he liked horse racing. She just saw that it was something that had disabled access that they could do together. And he got really angry at her in the book and had a whole conversation and discussion about the fact that she made a decision for him. It wasn't his choice to go there. That's one of the big themes of the book, is Will's choice and people making decisions on behalf of him, which they shouldn't. Which you'd never do for another person, but just because they're in a wheelchair you feel like you have to make the decisions on behalf of them. And it's talking about how that's not a good thing to do. The way I see the book and the film is that it's not saying euthanasia is best for all people, because you've got so many examples in the book of people choosing not to because they have a really, really good life. And it's not saying that that's the only choice for them, it's just that it's Will's choice. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to live this way, so he would rather die. That's the whole point of it, is that it's his choice. Maybe the film could have done it a bit better and highlighted a bit more of the fact that it was Will's choice throughout the entire book and throughout the entire film, and maybe put forward more of his arguments why he wants to do it. And maybe they could have had more in of other quadriplegic paraplegics who are living a life, to show that it's not just like this is how everyone should end. This is the decision that everyone should make, or the decision that every quadriplegic or paraplegic has. Yes, they could have shown a balance of the people living, people not living, and then they could have had it more as impact the fact that it was Will's choice to end. So that's my little take on the controversy. But anyway, all in all, bloody marvellous film. Really happy with it as an adaptation. I thought it was brilliant. Yes, there were bits they could have taken out and done differently, but when you've only got, you know, a handful of things that they should have done differently, win. I think that's a win. Brilliant film. I really, really want to see it again. But yeah, let me know what you think, if you've seen it yet, if you're going to see it, what you think about it, and what you think about the controversy surrounding it as well, because I think it's really interesting and really needed to talk about, to be honest. Yeah, that's it from me. Hope you liked the video. Hope my voice didn't put you off too much. I kind of sound like Phoebe from Friends, don't I? Like, hello my boo-boos. Anyway, bye guys.